Okay, so if our class had met, I would have hoped to get you into groups to work on a few problems. So I would encourage you now to go to a Blackboard and try these problems on your own first. And then, try the problems on your own first and then watch this video so that you can make sure that you understand how to do each problem. So we're going to find the derivative in 3 problems applying our techniques. And the 4th problem is getting the equation of the tangent line. So let's get started. For the first one, to find dy dx, I'm going to apply the power rule as well as the sum difference rule. So in the first term, the derivative of negative 2x cubed will be negative 2 times 3x squared. So the derivative of x cubed is 3x squared by our power rule. The derivative of 5x is 5, and the derivative of 7 is 0. And so this becomes negative 6x squared plus 5. By the way, if I just have 5x, you can think of this middle term. You can use the power rule there too if you don't realize that that's a line with a slope of 5. That's 5x to the first power. When we take the derivative, using the power rule would be 5 times 1, x, and 1 minus 1 is 0. Anything to the 0 power is 1, and so that gives us the 5. So just a quick reminder that the power rule applies for any exponent. All right, so this is our solution for number 1. For our second problem, again, I'm going to apply the power rule. Here it's a little bit more complicated slightly just because we have a fraction as an exponent for the first term. So I'm going to have 3. I'm going to bring down the 2/3 that will multiply the 3. And then x to the 2/3 minus 1. But I'm going to write the 1 so that I have a common denominator of 3. So I'm going to write 1 as 3 over 3. And then derivative term by term, the derivative of negative 5 is just 0. Think of it as a horizontal line at negative 5. Its slope is 0. So if we keep working on this a bit, we see that 3 times 2/3 is 2 because 3 goes into 3 one time. So we get a 2x, and 2/3 minus 3/3 is a negative 1/3. And it would be okay to leave your answer this way, or you could use rules of exponents to rewrite this as 2 over the cube root of x. This is in the denominator because we have a negative exponent. And it's a cube root because the exponent is to the 1/3 power. So either of those would be fine. And in our third problem here, I'm going to rewrite this first so I can more easily apply the power rule to each function in my difference. So rewriting this, the first term I'm going to rewrite as 2/5. And I'm going to bring x cubed to the numerator as x to the negative 3. Then that will be clear to me how to apply the power rule. And then I'm also going to rewrite the cube root of x to the 7th using a rational exponent. So that's going to be x to the 7 over 3. Remember that the root is the denominator and the power is the numerator of the exponent. Now we're ready to find the derivative. So dy dx will be, using the power rule for each part, I'm going to bring down, I have the 2/5. Then I'm going to multiply by the negative 3. And then x to the power of negative 3 minus 1, which is negative 4. Same thing here. I'm going to bring down the 7/3 to multiply the x. So it'll be 7/3 x to the 7/3 minus 1 with a common denominator of 3, so I'm going to write that as minus 3/3. Now, if I work on this a little bit, I get a negative 6/5 constant for the first function, x to the negative 4, minus 7/3, x to the 4/3. And I'm just going to leave it like this. We could bring a negative exponent to the denominator and rewrite the root, but we can also leave it in this way. So there is our answer for number 3. And then the last breakout group problem to find the equation of the tangent line. This is the same as the problem above. It's number 1. We saw that the derivative was negative 6x squared plus 5. This is from problem number 1 above. And to find the equation of a tangent line, remember that we're going to use the point slope form. And so that's going to be y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Here, m is the slope, which will be the derivative evaluated at our point. And x1, y1 is the point that we have on the curve, which is 0, 7. So let's find the slope by evaluating the derivative when x is 0, because that's our point. X is 0. So I'm going to take the derivative and put 0 in place of x. And you can see that that's going to give me a slope of the line of 5. And now we're ready to write the equation. Our point was 0, 7. So y minus, y1 is the y coordinate of our point, so y minus 7 equals the slope 5 times x minus 0, which is just x. So I plugged in my slope at the point 0, 7 and the point. We can simplify this a bit, and we have y minus 7 equals 5x, or y equals 5x plus 7. So I hope that you're finding that you're getting a little bit of practice with this and becoming more comfortable with the techniques of differentiation.